fight. It was just about witnessing, just sitting back and being like, wow, this guy's good. I mean, he treated this guy like a sparring. He beat him easy. I mean, and that is, you know, that is something even I didn't expect.
But he wouldn't stop. Oh, Floyd was boxing him up. Yeah. So Floyd is just piecing him up. So Floyd, you know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time. He caught Floyd a couple times with some little shots, but mostly he's just getting boxed up, right?
That infamous sparring footage of Floyd Mayweather getting worked over by Terrence Crawford has been a ghost haunting his legacy. It's the one clip his critics point to as definitive proof that the king was vulnerable behind closed doors. But what if the entire thing was a lie? Not the sparring itself, but the leak. According to boxing insider Paulie Malignaggi, we've all been fooled. This wasn't a shocking accident. It was a deliberate setup, and the man who orchestrated the entire scheme is the very person it was supposed to expose. The clip itself is the stuff of boxing legend. It shows a young, hungry Terrence "Bud" Crawford stepping into the hallowed halls of the Mayweather Boxing Club. And he isn't just holding his own with the untouchable king, Floyd Mayweather. He appears to be getting the better of him.
If you look at the scope of Crawford's career, he's made every world-class fighter look like easy work. It's really been something special to watch, to achieve, and you know, he fights out of two stands.
He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terrence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand. The way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too. Man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counter puncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep, I noticed. Floyd's not having success.
The footage is raw, uncut, and it shows Floyd looking vulnerable, getting hit clean, and being pushed back by a younger, stronger fighter inside his own fortress, the infamous doghouse. When this footage first surfaced, it sent shockwaves through the community. It was a crack in the armor of invincibility that Floyd had spent a career building. For his critics, it was proof he was beatable. For Crawford's fans, it was the moment they knew he was destined for greatness. But for those who know the inner workings of boxing, the clip raised one giant, unsettling question. How in the world did it ever get out? To understand how impossible a leak like this is, you have to understand the unwritten law of the gym. It's a code of silence. This isn't just about privacy. It's about respect and protecting the process.
I spar Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. Some of them be hard. You can't replace soft sparring, a comparison to get ready for a fight. I can hit the bag, I can hit the mitts all that I want, but nothing's coming back. I'm not feeling that presence of a person pushing me, hitting me, holding me. When the fight comes and everything is full blast, full speed, I'm not gonna be able to keep up because I didn't train that way. There gotta be days where that fighter is trying to put it on you because you fight how you spar how you fight. Now you're getting used to that. Now your body is getting in shape. So sparring is very important.
Fighters need a safe space to work on their craft, to make mistakes, and to be vulnerable without the entire world watching. To leak sparring footage is the ultimate betrayal. Now, apply that rule to Floyd Mayweather's camp, an operation run with the precision of a military unit. Floyd's gym isn't some public facility, it's a fortress. He is a billionaire who built his empire on controlling every single detail of his image. The idea that a random person could just sneak a camera in, film the golden goose getting worked over, and simply walk out is beyond absurd. It would never happen. So if it couldn't have been an accident, what was it? The answer is far more calculated than anyone imagined.
Terrence Bud Crawford makes history. A lot to unpack on an amazing performance by Terrence Crawford. Wasn't the most exciting fight, but really it was about Bud Crawford. It was about what he accomplished tonight, and it was about, becoming the first undisputed world champion in the 4-belt era in 3 different weight classes.
This is where Paulie Malignagi connects the dots that nobody else could. Paulie has seen the sport from the inside, and when he saw the footage and the way it was released, he knew something was off.
But in boxing, typically, we see that the new guys never get the credit of the old guys. No matter what, any boxing fans, pundits, or even new boxing fans, they say, no, the old guys are the best, and these guys may be able to be in the conversation, but definitely not better than them. Dude, you gotta make at least a conversation point to talk about Usyk and Crawford being GOAT status. I'm not telling you gotta make them GOAT status, but bro, you know what? You gotta at least have that conversation. They've been that good, and we've gotten to witness them to be that good, and I think that's something amazing. I mean, from my end, to have seen them both do this, and what I saw tonight do Crawford.
He laid out a bombshell theory that turns the entire narrative on its head. According to him, the infamous clip wasn't a leak at all. It was a plant. It was a deliberate, strategic release orchestrated by the very man who looked bad in it, Floyd Mayweather himself. Paulie insists that the only way that footage makes it out into the public domain is if Floyd or someone in his most trusted inner circle gave the green light. It was a controlled burn, designed to look like a wildfire. This theory completely changes the context of the video. It stops being about who won a sparring session and becomes a masterclass in media manipulation. Let's break down Paulie's logic because it's almost impossible to argue with. Ask yourself, who would have the nerve to cross a man who has built a reputation on loyalty and cutting out anyone who wrongs him? A sparring partner, a trainer, a security guard, any one of them would be committing career suicide. They wouldn't just be fired, their name would be mud in every boxing gym from Las Vegas to London. They would be erased from the boxing world, a ghost that no one would ever work with again. The risk is catastrophic, and the reward is non-existent. The only person who could authorize such a release without facing any consequences is the man at the top of the pyramid. It all points to the unbelievable conclusion that the order to release the tape came from Floyd. But that leads to the million-dollar question. Why would a man with an ego as big as Floyd ever leak footage of his own defeat?
I wanted Crawford to win.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to win. So everything is all good. Las Vegas, we do the same thing every time, you know what I'm saying?
How impressed were you by Terrence last night?
I was very impressed. The combos, I loved it. You did what I'm saying? Bop, bop, bop. I said, hold on. Then he went back, bop, bop. I said, okay, it's real. You feel me? Yeah, man.
What you want to see next?
Next, I want to see
1 second, bro. You see him?
Soldier Boy in the boxing ring.
Who do you think Terrence should fight next up?
Do
Do you think he's greater than Floyd, in your opinion?
Have a good one,
I
boss.
think that everybody got their own name, everybody got their own shine.
Yeah.
Much love.
Thank you, bro.
The answer has nothing to do with boxing and everything to do with business. It's a genius marketing strategy rooted in one simple concept: relevancy. By the time the clip gained major traction, Floyd was already retired, while Terrence Crawford was rocketing to the top of the pound-for-pound lists.
He lost to a smaller guy. I feel that the organizations and the belt have been hostage for a very long time. Now, it's nice to see. To me, it was more like a Rocky movie, and you see that those belts are free. Now a lot of people are going to have more opportunities because I think that Terrence Crawford does not have the power that Canelo had, and to do whatever like Canelo was doing, Crawford, I don't think he has that. So I think little by little they're going to take those belts away, or he has to defend them, and the task is going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah, because David mentioned that he felt that should have been him. Like, it should have been his moment when that fight happened in Vegas, and that he would have had the same result. Like, he would have beaten him.
Yeah, for sure, and that's the reason that Canelo was asking for $200 million, because he knew that it was a big risk. And at the end of the day, he lost to a smaller guy.
By leaking a video where he looks vulnerable against the new top dog, Floyd masterfully attached his brand to Crawford's.
So, I mean, Terrence Crawford has had an amazing career against a lot of very good fighters and world-class fighters, and honestly has barely lost a round. When you look back at Bud Crawford's career, there is something really special. It's one of those things now, because now I've now seen back-to-back generations of Floyd Mayweather and Bud Crawford, and man, you know, it's one of those things where now I understand why the people that lived in the Ray Leonard era say, you know, oh, wish we could see Ray Leonard against Mayweather, and how that would be, because it just leaves such an empty feeling when you have such special fighters that were in different generations, and you saw both of them. You know, I saw the entirety of the Mayweather generation, I saw the entirety of the Bud Crawford generation. Just incredible. First, Crawford really boxed very, very well, very, very intelligently. The question mark was what happens when Crawford gets hit cleanly. I'm not sure he got hit cleanly the whole fight. You know, he got hit with some partial shots. Some shots landed cleanly, but by the time Canelo started landing anything cleanly, I think he was hesitant because he was getting countered so much that he was taking some of the steam off the shots in order to hope to be more accurate. Because even late in the fight, there were a couple of shots that Canelo landed, but they barely moved Crawford, you know. There were some good body shots Canelo was throwing, but Crawford started countering those very, very well. I think the key point started coming once after the first round. Crawford shifted a lot and moved a lot. I wanted to just kind of see where Canelo's power was at. He caught a couple of shots on the gloves, and I think there came a point in the first 1 or 2 rounds where Crawford said, this guy's not as strong as I thought. Because you started seeing Crawford hold his ground more and more. And you started seeing Crawford, you know, doing a lot of catching and shooting. And in order to do a lot of catching and shooting, you've got to be willing to take the shot, even if you're going to block it. If a guy's a big, big puncher, even blocking it can be uncomfortable. And Crawford started getting comfortable catching and shooting sharp shots. Crawford never loaded up, but he was sharp the whole night. Sharp with the jab, sharp with the counters, some well-placed body shots as well. Canelo landed here and there. I thought Canelo got really frustrated. I felt that headbutt was a little bit more than accidental, to tell you the truth, when he cut Crawford. I thought that was a little bit more of frustration.
Suddenly, every conversation about Crawford's rise had to include a mention of Mayweather. It kept Floyd's name in the headlines and made him a central part of the story of the next generation's greatest fighter. He was no longer just a retired legend. He was the benchmark, the ghost that Crawford had to chase. In a twisted way, Floyd wins by losing. He sacrifices a small piece of his ego to maintain a massive piece of his market share in the boxing world.
I know Mayweather gets a lot of hate, but for me, he's a tremendous, tremendous fighter. And Terrence Bud Crawford is in that realm as well. And
this move is pure Floyd Mayweather. It's another chapter in the playbook of one of the greatest promotional minds the sport has ever seen. His entire career was built on manufacturing drama and controlling the narrative. He perfected the role of the villain, knowing that love and hate both sell tickets. He created the money persona, a character so compelling that people would pay anything just for the chance to see him lose. He understood that in the modern media landscape, controversy is currency and silence is death. The sparring leak was simply another tool in his arsenal. It was a subtle, sophisticated move designed to look like a mistake. But in reality, it was a checkmate that most of the world didn't even see coming. And while the move was brilliant for Floyd's brand, it had a ripple effect that changed how we view everyone involved. In a way, the setup casts a shadow over Crawford's achievement in the clip. It subtly reframes his dominant performance as just another scene in the ongoing Floyd Mayweather show. It raises the question, is any fighter truly independent, or are they all just characters playing a role in a story written by Floyd? It's a testament to his power that even in retirement, he can influence the careers and narratives of the fighters who are active today. He remains the sun that the entire boxing solar system revolves around, and he makes sure everyone knows it. This single leaked clip is a perfect microcosm of his entire career, a blend of undeniable skill, brilliant marketing, and a level of manipulation that borders on artistic. So, when you see that clip resurface online, remember what you're likely watching. It's not just a sparring session, it's a carefully crafted piece of propaganda from a master of the game. Paulie Malignaggi pulled back the curtain and exposed the move for what it was, a calculated play to maintain power from a man who refuses to give up the spotlight. The question is no longer about who won the spar. The real question is about the game being played outside the ring. What do you think? Is this the ultimate proof of Floyd's promotional genius? A move so clever he wins even when he loses? Or was this a rare, genuine moment where the king was truly exposed and his team is just spinning the story after the fact? Let me know your thoughts down below. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.